I can't even believe how many people are here already. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, just give me a what's up in the chat. Give me a hi. Say, yes, I can hear you. Let me know. Hey, Angelina. Hey, Jocelyn. Hi, everyone. Christine, hi. Can everyone let me know if you can hear me? Just waiting. Look at you all being on time. All right, I'm just going to make sure that everyone can hear me. Hi, Cintiq. Hi, Terry. All right. Okay. I got the go ahead. I got the go ahead. All right. I'm nervous, you guys. I'm nervous for this. This is such a big thing. I think to date, this is the biggest thing that Fixe has done. This is to date the most intimidating thing I have done. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm so excited. I wasn't expecting this many people on the call. If you are here, oh my goodness, congratulations just for just listening to that gut instinct and to taking a chance on yourself and coming to check what this is all about. I'm so excited to have you here. Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. Hi, thank you for saying hello. Look at this chat. This is wild. This is absolutely amazing. This is, to date, like I said, one of the most exciting things that Fixe has been able to do. It is one of the biggest honors that I have been given in my career, not just as a Lash Pro, but just as in my career as a businesswoman. I spent about an hour today on the phone with Levi Shepard from Nala. And for those of you who don't know, I am so excited to let you know that I am officially the first accredited educator through NALA in all of North America to be offering an accredited educator training. And tonight I'm going to be sharing with you all of the details and be sharing with you how it works, what's going on, how you can get into the program. You right here on this call are the first to know about it. This is something that is going to absolutely trailblaze the way that the industry looks. And I know that it's going to because we created a revolution inside of Fixe already with what we've done in the last 2 years. If we know anything, we know how to create a movement here at Fixe, and 40,000 students, and in the 2 years that we've been running this online program, shows you that we know what it takes to create a revolution. So now we're on to the next thing, and I want all of you to come here and to lock arms with me and just create another revolution and another wave. So if you are here tonight and you are ready to create a revolution, just type yes in the chat. Type yes, type hell yes. Whatever it is, let's get excited about this, because whether this is going to happen for you right now or down the road, you are here right now because you know that you're being called to step up and to level up in your business and in your life, in your revenue, in your bank account, and more so in your impact that you're making in the world around you. So I'm going to talk to you about all of this. I'm going to explain to you how this all works. I'm going to explain to you everything that's going on inside the course. I know you guys had a ton of questions, so bear with me tonight. Stick with me right to the end because I'm going to explain to you all the details. And again, you are going to be the first to know about this. So you're going to be the first coming through. You guys are going to be the trailblazers in this right now. And honestly, because I know how big this is going to blow up, it makes me emotional for every single one of you who is about to say yes to one of the biggest things that you are going to do and one of the biggest decisions in your business so far. So I'm just going to pull up this slide here, and we will get going. So I want to let you guys know, we'll start from the beginning. Let's take it back a little bit. So 10 years ago, I was a totally different person. I would not have been sitting here on this call with the hundreds of people or however many people are on this call. I would not have been sitting here doing this call. I would not have had the confidence to speak to you. I didn't even have the confidence to speak up in my own home. I was broke. I was burnt out. I was a struggling young mom. I was stuck in a relationship where I didn't have a voice. It wasn't safe for me to speak up. It did not feel good for me to speak up. I was not empowered to have decisions. There was no money. There was no food on the table. There was no money. There wasn't choices. And I honestly felt so desperate. I felt like, okay, there's no way out. Has anybody ever at any point in their life ever felt like they're stuck? Like whether it's like you don't have enough money, so you can't make the choice that you need to make for whatever it is. Have you ever felt stuck? If you felt stuck, just say yes. Just give me a yes, right? I have a feeling a lot of you have felt stuck, right? Because somewhere along the way, you were doing something before you came in and became a Lash Pro, and you knew that you needed to make a change, right? Somewhere along the way, you were unhappy in your job, or there was something going on at home, or you needed money, or you needed something, and you're like, I have to make a change because I cannot keep living this way, right? And if you were like that, like, I can totally relate. I want to hear from you. Why did you start lashing? So no matter where you're at in your journey in lashing, if you've been lashing for 10 years like me, or you've been lashing for 6 months, I want to hear in the chat, why did you start? What was your reason? What was like your main reason, right? For me, it was like, I literally just needed more money. It was like, I was so sick of there being no money at the end of the month. And I just needed to make a change. And then my why grew and it grew and it grew. But why did you start? Share with everybody, because the thing is, your why is going to share. It's going to inspire somebody else here too, right? So let's all just take a moment. I want to hear in the chat, what was your main reason for why you started lashing, no matter how long ago it was, recently or not? I'm just looking here, see if I can see anybody's coming up. I think there's a bit of a lag, so I'm going to let you guys, but comment in the chat why it was you started. Like, what was that moment? We all kind of had that like breaking moment, right? And 10 years ago, for me, my breaking moment, it happened in the grocery store when I wasn't able to check out with the type of food that I wanted. And I was afraid of my debit card getting declined. So I wasn't actually, like, it was honestly awful. Like that feeling of standing in the grocery store and praying to God that in front of everybody behind you, that your debit card's not going to get declined, and praying that you're not going to have to look at your kid and tell your kid that he's going to have to put something back. That was my moment. I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Because if I don't change, nothing else is going to change, right? And that's what I knew. So 10 years ago, that's what's happening. And 10 years later, you guys, here we are today, and life looks a little bit different. A lot of things have changed in my life, and it all started with me taking that small little chance on myself, taking a crappy little lash course that I took, but learning that I was worth more than the life I was living, and working really hard to make a change. And the money slowly started to come in, and then it came in and it came in, and the clientele built up. So I want to ask you in the chat, what's changed in your life? So since you started lashing to where you are now, what's changed for you? For me, the other thing that changed that I never knew would change was my confidence. Something really, really powerful happened to me when I started to earn my own money. And that was life-changing. The way that I could show up in a social setting, the way that I could show up at my kids' hockey practice and be confident enough to talk to the other moms. The conversations that I was having were not about other women. They were not about making fun of other women. They weren't about judging women anymore because I was insecure. And so I had to find flaws in them. Instead, my conversation changed to, what am I doing? What's my next business plan? I'm so excited about this. This is where I'm going. And I started to think different. I started to talk different. I started to walk different, and everything changed for me, right? And that was just a side effect because I didn't start for confidence. Has anybody else experienced a change in confidence since they started doing this? If you have, just throw a yes in the chat. Let me know. And what else have you experienced, right? Like, there's so many things for me. My social circle changed. I started to get clients that were like me, and they wanted to talk about business ventures that they were doing. They wanted to talk about incredible things. They were happy with their life. They were investing. My clients, I learned so much from them because they were brave women that were investing in themselves. They were investing in a set of eyelashes to make themselves feel better. And learning that I was worth that, it came from even just watching other women spend money on themselves and invest in themselves in things that felt good, right? So that was a big thing too. Life looks so different, and it's absolutely like this little tiny lash career that started in my basement has absolutely changed my life. I also, one thing that I wanted you to see tonight, because this is something that I didn't expect, now that I've gotten the chance to teach and to educate and to speak to all of you, I honestly feel like the most lucky person in the entire world. There's nothing more incredible. There's nothing more honoring. There's nothing more humbling than the things that I get to wake up to. You guys, you know, the messages that I get in my inbox, the messages and the posts and the emails, I want you to know, please, like, if there's ever anything that you need to say, please say it. You guys, this is what keeps me going. Like, there's such hard days. There's such hard days. But in this career as an educator, messages like this, I literally wake up and pull out my phone because I know I'm going to have you guys in my inbox, and I can't even tell you how much you have all changed my life. And I want you to all experience this too. So Tracy says, you all literally saved my life with the classic course and beyond. And like, literally, if you know Tracy's story, it's incredible. And I'm so proud of you, Tracy. She says, so thankful for the entire Fixe fam. There will never be enough words. Abby says, Jessie, I'm so emotional. I am so thankful because your course and encouragement has truly inspired me to be the boss girl I've always wished to be when I was a little girl growing up. You changed my life and I will forever be thankful. This comment says, when I was 18, I started with Fixe, 18, a single mom and a 1-year-old out of my own. This program gave me what I needed to not only get by for the time being, but now I can have my own business, time with my kids whenever, and a new skill options every day. You made a difference in my life. You guys, like, this is so powerful. And like half of these I haven't even got to see. And it truly, it's one of the greatest gifts I've ever been given in my life, right? And again, I started where all of you guys started, and I never thought for a million years that I would be here. And I want you to know that by the end of this call, you have the opportunity to be getting messages like this. And suddenly one day you wake up and it's not about the money, it's not about the cars, it's not about all those things, but it's about messages like this, right? Because once all your needs are met, you don't work for money anymore. You don't work for all that. You work for the impact that you make on people's lives, because you know that in turn, these people, these women right here who have said this, these are the ones that are going to go ahead and change the world. Danielle is absolutely incredible. I am so proud of Danielle. Danielle was on the news. That's how I found out about what she's done. But she started an academy of her own, and she said, thank you for everything that you and your family has done. My life has changed so much. I honestly have to pinch myself sometimes because it blows my mind seeing where I am as a businesswoman now. You inspired me. I'm now traveling all over Canada, teaching, helping people, and helping my community. Thank you. Danielle, you were incredible, actually. And I've been talking to Danielle. I'm like, there's nothing more that I want than to go into business with Danielle. This is so incredible, right? To see one of your students on the news and to find out about her success that way, it's mind-blowing. There's just so much going on in my mind right now. And I say this so humbly, but it's so weird sometimes when I sit back and I think about it, because I still see myself as the young single mom who couldn't afford diapers, who was struggling, who was, I didn't even know what was going to happen. I remember just thinking that like, this is how life is, Jessie. You just have to accept it. And then I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I started a revolution. Like this little single mom who had a baby too young and who did all the wrong things, made one little change in her life. And this is how it started. If you're ready to start a revolution, I want you to type revolution in the chat. Because what I want to do is I want to inspire all of you from my story, which is why I share it. I share my story, not to talk about myself, because truthfully, it makes me uncomfortable, but I share my story because I want everybody to know that you don't really need to have anything special to get started. You don't need to have anything different. You don't need to be smarter. You don't need to be prettier. You don't need to be better than anybody else. You just need to have that hunger inside of you that is going to keep you going. That's what you need, right? So I started a revolution, you guys, little old me, and now it's your turn. So my question for you right now is, are you ready to start a revolution? Because that's why you're here and that's why you're on this call. And if this seems too deep for you, I promise you it's not going to in a bit, because you're going to see how much bigger this whole thing can get. So if you're ready to start a revolution, give me a yes in the chat right now. And I want you to think about this. What's your impact going to be? Truthfully, like I told you, when I started years ago, it was so that I could buy milk and not get my debit card declined, so that I could do all those things that I talked about. I never knew that we would be able to go on and do the things that we've been able to do now as a company and as an organization. The opportunities and the doors that this has opened up for me has been absolutely phenomenal. You know, I get to be the big sponsor for my son's hockey team. I get to be, and like, it's always historically, if anybody has a kid in sports, it's always like the dad's company that's sponsoring whatever it is. I get to be that person now, you know, and the boys on the hockey team get to see that Fixe Beauty, a female-owned company, is sponsoring them and their team, right? We have done so many things within Fixe, and you guys have all been a part of it, but I went from being able to just put food on my table to now being able to raise up enough money with Fixe and with all of you to be able to build houses down in Guatemala and to raise over $150,000 for single moms and for orphans and for everybody down there in our initiative that needs help. That's been my impact, and I didn't even dream that big. So right now, take a minute and think about it. Like, just get a little crazy and think, okay, if I like, let's flash forward and like just pretend you're sitting right here in my seat and you're the one doing this and you're looking back at how the last 10 years of your life has been, what's your impact? And let yourself go there, right? I've heard so many people talk about diseases and illnesses that have affected their family, and they have a dream of raising money for, for education and for research, right? So that they can help find cures for what their family is going through. Everybody has a different purpose that they were put here on to fulfill. You won't know it until you step forward, but you probably already know what's affected your life in a very, very deep, probably painful way. And maybe that's your purpose, is to be able to go ahead and turn around and make that change, right? Life is all about legacy. It's about that little footprint that we leave behind. It's that footprint that we leave in the world after we go away. So who do you get to touch? Who do you get to change? Who do you get to help? Is it going to be one person? Is it going to be 10? Is it going to be 10,000? Is it going to be 40,000? And that's your choice, right? And there's no wrong answer, but there's also no limit. And I think that that's what we need to know, because sometimes we think that, that person could do it, but why would I be able to, right? And we always have these excuses, but truthfully, it really just comes down to just one foot in front of the other, one step in front of the other every single day. This is my challenge to you. I want you to lock arms with me. This is a seat at my table. I built this table. This table is beautiful. This table has so many seats available. I want you to come sit with me and pull up a chair, and I want you to change the world with me, one lash at a time. And I know it sounds so cheesy, and it's like, well, how can lashes do that? And I know that if I was on the outside listening to this, I'd be like, oh my gosh, these girls think that they're crazy. They think that you can change the world one lash at a time. It's not about the lashes, right? Lashes is the vehicle that we have all been given to create change in our life. For some people, it's something else, right? It could be Bill Gates. He owns a software company, but look at the change that he's made in the world, good or bad, not getting into politics. He has been able to absolutely transform the world with what he has chosen to invest his money in from his software company. Oprah Winfrey, she was just a television reporter, right? She had a talk show. That's all she was. She changed the world, right? Look at famous athletes. Famous athletes have absolutely transformed the way that we see the world. And it's not because they're good at sports. That's their vehicle to gain influence. And once they gain influence, they become role models. They become icons. They become influential in sharing their opinions, good or bad, around the world. And right now, we're the same as that. We're just a lash artist, but this is your vehicle to give you the influence and to give you the impact and to give you the financial means to absolutely change the world around you. So you're not just a lash artist. You are a person who is going to make change, and you're going to cause a revolution, and you are going to be so impactful. This is just your vehicle. And I think that it's important for you to remember that, because you don't want to undermine yourself. And every now and then when we start getting scared about what we're actually doing, or we start to question ourselves and we're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? This is so silly. And we start to make excuses about why we're not overcoming our hurdle or why we're not doing what we said we would do. Well, I'm just a lash artist. I didn't think I could change the world. You totally can. You totally can. And this is your vehicle. This is what you were given to do it. And you know what? If it's not lashes, doing this and propelling yourself to get the confidence, to get the financial means, to get you into wherever it is that you're going to go is also going to be what brings you further into your purpose. This isn't what I do all the time anymore. I do so many other things. I've had the opportunity to invest in other incredible female entrepreneurs who are completely outside of this industry. And I get to change the world through where I invest my money, where I invest my time, who I consult with, who I coach with, who I mentor, right? This is just the beginning. That's all it is. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into a little bit about this. So the truth is, and this is like honest truth talk, the world and the industry itself doesn't need any more lash trainers. What we do need, though, is we need game changers. We need dedicated mentors. We need hope givers. We need dream makers. We need true leaders who are committed to the positive evolution of the lash industry. We need people who are willing to step up so that we can normalize women earning 6 figures in the beauty industry, but in all industries. Whenever you make money and you celebrate yourself, another woman watches you and she realizes that maybe that could happen for her. We all need women to look up to, and men. We need strong women and we need strong men, and we need people doing good things with our money. But every time you step up and you take a chance and you invest in yourself and you show yourself what's possible, somebody else sees what could be possible for them too. And that's what we need right now. The industry itself needs quality educators. I'm laughing because, the industry itself needs quality educators. I don't know if you guys are in those, like the Lash Facebook groups. Like, is anybody in those Lash forums? And like, does anybody watch the comments and you're like, oh, goodness gracious, who taught you? You need me, you need help, you need some, you need quality education. The world needs quality educators and educators that don't just care about their students' success. First of all, that they do care about their students' success, because I know so many people who have been left high and dry, but that they care about their students' success, but they also care about the industry as a whole. It's time for us to raise the bar in this industry and change the way that the lash industry is viewed. We all deserve to be earning more money. We all deserve to stop being undercut in our pricing. And it starts with us right here. And we are committed to changing the industry as a whole. This is your official invitation right now to be the change for all of this. And I know it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. If you agree, do you guys agree? Like, do you agree right now, just looking around, and let's just talk about the lash industry itself. Do you agree that we need better educators? When you look around in those forums, when you look around at like the botch jobs and everything that you've seen, if you give me like, let's just give me an amen, like give me a yes, amen. We do need better educators right now. So this, at the very least, if all of this is like just even too far, let's all agree right now that that's what we need right now. So what I'm going to present to you right now, this is a 6-figure opportunity. And if I can tell you personally, for me, it's become a 7 and an 8-figure opportunity, but it's a 6-figure opportunity to start with. And I've seen this, and I'm telling you, I'm not here to exaggerate. It would be a disservice to you. It would be a disservice to me to exaggerate, but this is a 6-figure opportunity, and I'm going to explain how it works. Probably though, just given the amount of questions that we've had so far, you're wondering, what is this going to cost you? Okay. I want you to sit down for a second, or sit back, take a seat back, and I want you to also think about not what it's going to cost you to take this, but what is it going to cost you if you don't? Already, we've talked about everything that you have gained so far in your life just by starting your business. And maybe it wasn't even money in the beginning. Maybe it's not even money yet. Maybe you're still working to build your clientele or break even. But you know what it could be? The hope that you have every single day that your life is going to get better. That's invaluable, right? The confidence that you have when somebody asks what you do and you get to tell them that you run your own business, right? The amount that you're able to inspire other people, how you can show your kids what it looks like to have a hardworking mom, an independent mom, a mom who doesn't have to ask for permission to do things or to buy things or to do what she needs to make the house better, whatever it is, right? What's it going to cost you if you don't? Even just knowing what you know now. You've thought about your impact. You've seen, what would it have cost me years ago if I had said no to this? It would have cost me a lot, but I can think about right now the people that we've been able to serve, it would have cost them a lot. And I think that that's something that I will be so grateful for, that I can see now, but I didn't know at the time. I didn't know who was waiting on me to show up. And you don't know either, right? You won't know until you get there. So before I dive into this, I need to know if you're committed right now here on this call, if you're committed to ride this out to the end with me, because I've got a lot of information to share. It's important, and I'm going to get through every detail, but I need to know that you're committed with me right to the end, because I have important things right to the end of this to share with you. Okay? So if you're committed, I need a hell yeah, ride or die. Give me a ride or die in the comments. Give me something. You're in, you're committed. Let me know. I need to know that you're with me, and I'm watching right now. I can see your comments coming in. Okay, are you my ride or die? We're going to go right through this webinar right to the very end. I promise I'm not going to keep you like a crazy amount of time, but I have so much good information to get through, okay? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, amazing. Okay, you're with me. I'm going to pull all my cards on the table, okay? So I want you to know that right now with this, I'm doing things a little bit differently, and I'm just going to put all my cards on the table right now. Oftentimes you'll go to presentations like this and you'll be forced to wait until the end to hear the offer, what this is all about, what it's going to cost. And really you're like, I just want to hear what it's going to cost, because in the back of your mind, you're like, I don't even know if I can afford this. And it just doesn't make sense. I want to let you know right now, this is not that presentation. So I'm going to tell you up front exactly how this works. I'm going to tell you how much it costs before we even get through all this. And then I have a challenge for you. Okay. So this is, let me go back for a second. I have a challenge for you, and you've already committed that you're going to be here. So I need you to commit with me to the end. And at the very end, you're going to leave inspired. You're going to leave excited, So I'm going to tell you the cost of this program right off the get-go, okay? And I need you to stay with me. The cost of this program is $26,000. And I want you to stay, hold on, because I know right now in my mind even, I'm like, oh my gosh, every time when I put that out there, I'm going to see like the numbers go down. Don't leave, because I need you to know something. I need you to know I need two things from you first. I don't want you to, instead of wondering now and staying on the presentation for the whole time so that you can finally find out what it costs, you already know. So instead, I want you guys to sit here and I want you to evaluate me. And I want you to spend the next half an hour with me evaluating if what I'm about to tell you is worth that crazy, insane number that I just shared with you, okay? That's your only job. Your job isn't to be sold to. I'm not here to sell to you. Your job is to tell me at the end of this if it's worth it. That's it. And I also want you to stay with me and trust that I'm here to take care of you, because I'm going to share something at the end that's going to change the way that you look at this $26,000 number. And you know me, I always take care of my fam, and you guys are in my fam, and you're the first to hear about this. So those are the two things that I need from you, okay? I need you to evaluate if this is worth it, and I need you to trust. And those are big asks of me, 2 big asks, okay? Can you do that for me? I'm watching you. Cassandra, I'm watching you. Christine, I'm watching you. Emily, you guys in? You ready? All right, let's do this. Okay, so tonight's agenda, I'm going to talk about what this course is. I'm going to talk about how it works, what you get with it, how much you're going to earn, and how much at the end you're going to save with this course, okay? So we're going to talk about how much you're going to save, and the last 2 things are really, really important for you to stick around, okay? And I promise it'll be worth it. First thing I want to share with you is what you can make as an educator. So this is what's kind of crazy. And I'm going to slow down a little bit because I'm really, really excited. But I want to slow this down a bit because this is important. So listen up here, because this is why when we talk about impact and when we talk about the impact that you can have, impact starts with what you can do in your life and the choices that you have. And money is a big driving force of that. And so when I'm talking about impact, it's not just about like being a great person and doing all these things, but it's about being able to make enough money that you can go ahead and make the choices in your life to meet your own needs and then to meet everybody else's, to walk with confidence, knowing that like you're made of money, girl, and so much more, right? So this alone as an educator, this is a really cool, I just put this together this afternoon, okay? So let's just say you're starting your business. You're not really like sure, like you're like, okay, I don't really think I can get too many students. I don't know if I can fill a class. Do we all know one person? Do you know one person that would probably want to take a lash course with you? Like if you know one person, just think about her right now, right? Okay, so we probably all know one person, like clients that have been interested, clients have been like, where did you take your course? I've been thinking about doing this. Maybe a sister or a cousin or somebody on Instagram who's seen you. We can all think of one person, okay? So what you make as a Lash Pro, you teach 1 student a month. And let's just say you're only charging $1,000, okay? We charge anywhere from $2,200 to $2,500 per student per classic course. Everybody's rates are going to be different, and we go into that in the course. But let's just say we'll just keep this like modest. You're charging $1,000 a student. You have 1 student. That's $1,000 a month, just there, okay? With 2 days of work. Let's just say you fill a class and you have another friend. You have 2 friends who want to take the course, just 2 friends. That's an extra $2,000 a month. Maybe you know more people. Maybe you're someone who has more reach. Maybe there's something, or maybe in a couple months after teaching, you get your first class full of 5 people. That's $5,000 in your pocket. This is the revenue that you're making from this, okay? That's 1 class that you're teaching per month with 2 days of work, 1 to 2 days of work, depending on how you structure your course. That's an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month in your pocket. Like that's life-changing right there, because there's a few things. If you guys are fully booked right now and you're working as a Lash Pro, it's incredible money and you know that, but the only way to make more money is to add more hours to your day. And we didn't start this business to be working 12 hours a day, right? We also know that there's only so many days and hours and months and years that we can spend sitting in that lash chair before it does start to get hard on our back. So imagine being able to say, okay, well, if I make $5,000 with teaching 1 class a month, how many clients can I cut back on? Can I fire those annoying clients who are always late or the ones that don't tip? You can get rid of those ones and then switch it around. So you're teaching two days of the month and you're making $5,000. Pretty incredible to think about, right? Okay, so let's break it down even further. If you were to go and you were to have 3 students, in your class, okay? You teach one class a month. You have 3 students. You can see over here on the left where my chart is. You got 3 students, one class a month. That's an extra $2,500, right? Or just over that. It's $3,000. Let's just call it $3,000 in revenue. If you teach 2 classes a month with 3 students, then you're looking at, gosh, I'm bad at math. You're looking at $6,000, okay? What about you want to teach 3 classes, right? The sky's the limit and you keep going. What about if these classes filled up and they got more people? So you're looking at this and say you're running 3 classes a month as an educator. That's 6 days of work. And you're making an extra $3,000 to $15,000 a month. Like, that's pretty incredible to think about. And that's 6 days of work. So this is why, you guys, we're not joking. We're not joking when we talk about the money. We're not exaggerating. There's no exaggeration. I've seen it. I've seen it happen with myself firsthand and with a lot of the educators that have come through our program and who have worked for me before as well. So that's what's exciting about this, like looking at this and just take time to soak it in, right? Can you think about picturing and putting a name, like, you know, that lady that you know from hockey who mentioned that she might want to do it, right? One of your clients, a lot of my clients ended up coming and taking my courses, just so you know. They all thought it was a lot easier than it was. And they were really surprised actually when they got into the class. But my clients turned into like, they were one of my biggest student sources. Okay, but this is where it gets really crazy. And this is where it gets really, really life-changing. And this is what I want you to just listen up to, okay? Because this isn't just like life-changing money here. This is like impact money now. This is like revolution money. And this is where it all really changed for me. And this is where I saw the bigger picture. And this is why I decided to start Fixe Beauty. This is why I decided to do this. I was teaching myself just in little rooms that I would rent. And I started to make this kind of money. And I realized that I needed to scale this business. So if you're teaching 1 class a month, you got 5 students, that's a full class. That's an extra $5,000 a month in your pocket. Let's go all the way up a couple months in after taking your Lash Trainer course. And we're going to teach you in this course how to fill your classes. It might take you a couple months to get to this place or more, and depending on your space, depending on all that, but let's just go here. Let's go as big as we can go. You're teaching 5 classes a month. That's 10 days of work a month, 5 people in each class. That's an extra $15,000 to $25,000 a month. You're still working part-time. Now it's not even about the money. What are you going to do with all that time you just freed up? That's really cool to think about. One of the biggest things that happened to me when I started to free up that time and I didn't have to be in my lash chair all the time is I went and signed up for hockey practice and I got to spend Fridays on the ice with my son. I'd pull him out of school on Fridays and we would go down and we would take hockey lessons. It was so much fun. It was so cool to be one of the only parents that was able to take that time off, but I was able to do it. I didn't even have to think about it because the money I was making was so good that it didn't cost me anything to take a day off work. I remember when I was working as a fully booked lash artist, even if one client canceled or if I had to cancel because I was sick or a kid was sick, the loss of money and revenue that came from that 1 or 2 clients was enough to make things really tight at the end of the month, right? So this is even something you can have this part-time. You can still work your full-time lashing career or your full-time job or whatever it is, but this is like your cushion. This is your safety net, or you can grow it into something where it becomes your full-time income. It doesn't have to all happen at once. That's what's so cool is you get to decide what you want to do, how many weekends you're going to open up, and then you can phase in or phase out your other income sources, or you can keep multiple of them, right? But this is where it gets really, really cool. So you can see with the numbers there, like $15,000 to $25,000 a month. That's why we called it a revolution. If you can even think right now, if I was to walk up to you and give you a check for $25,000 today, I'm going to take this check, I'm going to write it, I'm going to put your name on it. Jasmine, Tabitha, Tiffany, Brandis, Michelle, Marissa, Danielle. I'm going to take this check for $25,000 and I'm going to put it in your hand. It's sitting there in your hand and you're looking at it right now. What are you going to do with it? Does it mean that you're going to go pay off that debt that keeps you awake every single night? Does it mean that you're going to take your family on that trip that they have not got to be on? I have a friend who just got to take her kids, they're 13 and 11, on their first plane ride that they've ever been on. And the videos of them on the plane ride were the cutest things I have ever seen. Does it mean that you're going to go help a family member who's needed money to get through a surgery or to get through a medical treatment? Does it mean that you're going to go take it and invest in an education for yourself and go back to school, right? What does this mean for you? What would you do with $25,000 today in your hand? You need to let yourself dream and you need to let yourself think about it, because we need to be able to envision what it is that we're working towards, and we need to be able to see how possible it is, and it is possible. So can you imagine yourself doing this? If you can, if you can imagine yourself accepting this check, if you can imagine, let's go back, let's make it simpler. If you can imagine yourself finding 2 people a month to take a course, I want you to write, I can do this. Because 2 people a month is going to bring you what, $2,000, maybe more, maybe, you know, that's $2,000 on average. If you can see yourself finding 2 people a month to take this course, and that extra income is going to pad your bank account, it's going to help you to save up money, it's going to help you to pay off debt, I want you to tell me right now, I can do this. I can find 2 people, right? You start with 2. You don't need 25 people a month to start with, you need 2. And that's life-changing money. So I'm going to show you now how you're going to do this and how you will make this happen. Okay, let me know if you're still with me. You guys are amazing. This is where it gets exciting and emotional. So I'm so excited to let you know that I am, like I said, I'm so honored to be the first and the official accredited educator for lash trainers by NALA. I am teaming up with Levi, who is an absolute trailblazer in this industry. When I first started 10 years ago, you guys, there was nobody out there to look up to. There was not a lot going on. There wasn't a lot on social media. Levi was the one who changed it all. She was like the fairy godmother of the lash industry. And what she did for the lash industry absolutely changed the way that it was going. She was the one who came in and said, hey, I don't like how this is going. I'm going to be the person to create standards. And so globally right now, she is the only person who creates those standards. And she's the person who does that through NALA. So NALA is the National Association of Lash Artists, and Fixe Beauty has combined with NALA to bring you this program. It's the first of its kind. It is so exciting. It is like the greatest honor that I've had. And it's a really, really cool thing. This is our invitation from Levi and I for you to come and join us at the top. We have been able to experience what it feels like to run a global business and what it feels like to absolutely transform the industry. And we need more people with us. It's lonely up here. We need more people who are ready to shake this up and who are ready to change the way that this is going. And I need you to come in and join. And I need you. We need you. We need more people who are going to do this. So what is NALA? If you don't know, NALA is the National Association of Lash Artists. It's the association that represents all of the lash industry. It's basically the standard. It's the association that sets the standards globally for health and safety, for how the procedures should be, for how things should be taught, for how a lash artist should be running their business, all of those things. They are an international non-governmental organization, and they advocate for professionals in the lash industry. NALA supports the global industry by establishing much needed regulatory guidelines, much needed, amen, as well as offering lash educator programs, academy accreditation, memberships, and international industry awards. What does NALA do? So they strive to provide the lash industry with vital information regarding health and hygiene, safety practices, new scientific research. That's so important. It's something that Levi is so passionate about. The board of advisors meet annually, and it's basically taking the top lash professionals from the world, and they come together to share their take, new techniques, new advances in science and technology, and all of their expertise. And they use all of that information to update how they're going to recommend people are doing lashes and the guidelines that they're going to be using. And then that's where they create their membership and their accreditation requirements and everything like that. Okay, so Fixe is a little bit different. What is Fixe? We are the disruptors of the lash industry. Fixe came in a couple years ago, you guys, and we absolutely changed the way that the lash industry looked. We were one of the first companies to come in and explode and annihilate the online market. There was a few people out there doing it before us, but no one had really heard of them, and they weren't doing it in the big way that we did it. We changed the way that the industry was, and that it's going to look forever. And we're also the #1 recognized Lash Academy in the world. We're the fastest growing and the busiest Lash Academy globally. Okay, that feels so weird to say. It's so crazy. The biggest thing that I'm proud of is we specialize in growing CEOs, not just Lash Pros. We're here to teach you the business. We're here to support you along the way. We're committed to your growth, and we're committed to watching you and helping you and supporting you as you build your empire. That's what Fixe is all about. So the combination of both Fixe and Nala is really, really incredible. We've got Nala that brings the regulations and the details and the science and the advisory board and all of that really, really important information. Nala sets the bar for what you need to be doing as a Lash Pro, and Fixe is the one who helps you annihilate the market, grow your business, and take over the world if you want to, right? This is your number one competitive advantage in the market. There's no educators out there that have this. This is the first of its kind. This is so exciting, and this is what's going to be so different for you than it is for any other educators that are already out there. So when we talked about how the world doesn't need more lash trainers, they don't, but the world needs this right now. The world needs Nala plus Fixe. The world needs the empowerment and the vision for what's possible and the change that we're making for women and that Fixe is bringing. And then we need Nala and the standards and the regulations and the guidelines. So those two combined, it's going to be something that is going to be absolutely incredible. And this is the new revolution. And I'm starting it right now with you guys on this call. You guys are a part of this. So this course is for you if you have incredibly high standards and you want to be the best and you want to teach the best, okay? This course is for you if you're ready to join us on our mission with Levi and I to raise the bar in this industry. This course is for you if you are currently certified as a Lash Pro, if you're ready to earn more money in less time, you're tired of working crazy hours, your back hurts, you need a change, or you really just want to give back to the industry, you want to empower more women to help create the life of abundance and flexibility and choices just like you've seen. You're capped out in your business, you don't have any more hours in the day. It's also for you if you're looking to increase your income and your revenue. This course is also for you if you've never taught before, but you're looking for a business in a box, okay? So we're gonna give you everything. When I started, it was exhausting, it was overwhelming, it was scary. I felt like I was doing things wrong. It was really expensive because I was always like changing things and doing all these things. We're gonna take everything that you need, put it in your hands and give it to you so that literally the day after you take your course, you can literally go and you can have your course already started, right? So that's what's really exciting about this. This course is also for you. Has anybody here, let me know, is there any people in here who are educators? If you're an educator already, so if you've started your own lash training business, just put educator in the chat because I want to know who here is already educating right now. I know that there's a ton of you out here. And I want to welcome you here because this course is also for you. A big part of us putting this together, when Levi and I were talking about this, it's for people who have already tried writing their own manual or their curriculum, but they've gotten really frustrated. They don't have time because they're busy running their business, and then they keep putting it off. This course is for you if you've taught before, but you're struggling on getting students. You opened up the door to your education business, but you can't get students in. You can't create a clientele, and whatnot. Okay, this course is for you if you're interested in joining a community of high caliber educators who lift each other up and share their experiences. This is not a competition. We don't believe in competition. We believe in sisterhood. We believe in empowerment. There's no competition when you're up here at the top, I promise. Course is for you if you're tired of trying to create and launch a successful academy, but you've had little results or major delays. You don't know where to start. You're overwhelmed. You're scared. You look around and you're like, what was I thinking? There's all these other companies. How can I compete? If you're confused about government requirements, legal considerations, trademarks, and copyrights, Levi's got you. She knows this inside out and backwards. She has, written a book on this, right? When it comes to the lash standards. So this is where you'll learn how to teach and train all of that as well. This is also for you if you're having difficulty knowing what to include in your manuals and where to find the best information, images, and resources. So let's talk about what's included in the course, okay? And I want to welcome you to the Nala and Fixe Advantage because this course is different than any other course that's out there. There are no courses out there like this, and it's been so exciting putting this together for you guys. So sit tight because this is a lot. This is all of the things that you're going to learn, okay? So we're going to talk about which topics to teach. So what do you need to teach and run your fully accredited program and all the topics that are required by Nala as well. We're going to teach you everything that you need to run through in that program so that your students don't miss a single thing and you don't have a student being like, oh, I wish I learned that, or I wish I learned that. We're going to teach you how to teach effectively. So the thing is, there's so much more to teaching than just showing up and teaching someone how to stick eyelashes on. Did anybody take a course where like you showed up, you stuck the eyelashes on, and then they're like, okay, bye. And you're like, okay, what now? And then you're just left stuck. Has anybody taken a course like that? Like, that's how I felt after my first course. I was like, what? I should not be left alone with this. So as an educator, it's your responsibility to make sure that your students have everything they need to have a successful career as a lash artist. You want to make your mark on this industry by joining an elite group of lash educators who are going to play an instrumental role in the betterment of the lash industry, the betterment of women in business, and the betterment of the world as a whole, because you're not just teaching people how to do lashes, you're teaching people how to effectively run a business, right? Lash Pro to CEO. We're going to teach you the different learning styles. Everybody learns in different ways. So we're going to teach you how to teach people who learn differently. And I promise you, it's something that so many people take for granted, but this is so much more than just sitting in front of a classroom and applying lashes. It's actually going through all of the motions for every single individual learner, because everybody learns differently. Some people learn through touching. Some people learn through listening. Some people learn through reading. Some people learn through watching. So we'll teach you how to apply all of those different learning styles into how you're teaching your class. It's important because you want your students to be successful. When they're successful, they walk out of your class, and not only do they have a good career, but they're going to go and talk about you and how incredible your course was and how different it was from experiences that they've had learning other things, or other people are going to talk about how they left feeling overwhelmed and confused, right? You don't want to have students leaving overwhelmed and confused, because it's so easy to do. Lashing can be complicated, but we'll teach you how to make sure that you're addressing each of those. We're going to teach you how to mentor your students. There's so many things that come up in a classroom that you can't anticipate without experience. I will tell you, to the last day that I taught an in-class course, there was never a day that went by in a classroom doing lashes or teaching lashes where something new did not come up in my classroom where I was like, wow, never would have thought that would happen. So it's so important for you to learn from somebody who has like been through as much of it as you could go through. I can tell you, Jean Ann's in this picture right up here. She's one of our lead educators. We have had the craziest situations happen in our classroom. We want to share those with you so that when you face unique, crazy, weird, challenging experiences when you're in the classroom, and you will face them, we want to share with you how to work through those, how to mentor your students. After the course too, your students are going to have so many things come up, and we're going to show you how to mentor them without burning yourself out and without making yourself, without wrecking your boundaries, right? Because we don't want you teaching. You want to have your boundaries set. You can't just teach this class and then be with them all the time, but we want to make sure that your students are getting what they need and you're getting what you need, right? We're going to teach you how to develop your curriculum. Or the best part about doing this with the Nala and Fixe Advantage is that we're going to give you our own Fixe templated curriculum that you can use as well if you want. It's tried, tested, and true. We have maxed out the revenues that we make from our courses while also maximizing the student experience. In this program, we give you our Fixe template curriculum that you can use if you want, or you can develop your own, which is very, very cool. This is fun. We're going to teach you how to create and publish private online tutorial videos for your students so that you can maximize their experience and then minimize the amount of time that you spend explaining the same thing over and over and over again. We're going to teach you how to create and publish a private access website for your students. How cool is that? Okay. So your students are going to have a private access to your online tutorials to access you, and we're going to teach you how to create that in this course. So we're going to teach you how to maximize your time as an educator to provide the best value for students, and then also the best dollar per hour for yourself as well. We're going to teach you how to write your own manuals if you want, but the bonus with doing it this way is that as a Fixe graduate of this program, you get access to using our 97-page classic manual if you want to, which is very exclusive, and it's only open to people who go through this program. As Fixe educator students, you get access to all that. We're going to teach you how to price your tuition. Pricing is so much more than just setting the price. You need to know how to price for a competitive edge against the people around you, but you also need to know how to set up your curriculum with your price point so that you're earning your maximum dollar per day and the numbers make sense. If you're charging $2,000 for a course, but your course is taking 3 days, plus you're taking a week to follow up with the students, your dollar per hour is probably less than what you'd be making lashing, so you might as well stick to lashing. So we're going to teach you how to make sure that you're pricing your course so that it sells, so that students come in, but so that you're maximizing your output, and it would be that you're better off teaching than you are doing what you're doing now. We're going to teach you how to create an effective course itinerary and how to develop quality online training. This is crazy. Levi threw this in here, and when I saw it, I was like, are you kidding? That's like, that alone is worth thousands of dollars. So as a beauty pro, as a lash pro, we'll teach you how to develop online training that's quality, how to get it going and how to do that. But this is a skill that you can take anywhere else that you want, right? That alone, people are paying thousands of dollars for, and it's just a really, really cool perk. The bonus here is you are getting basically decades of experience. You're getting my experience in scaling and growing a lash business to on a global level within just a few years. And you're getting Levi's experience of being the only globally recognized accreditation association for lash pros. And we're combining that, and we're bringing you in this course your Beauty Boss MBA. So this is your master's of business, right? This is like a business degree for beauty bosses. So we're going to teach you our trade secrets and our step-by-step processes from the trailblazers ourselves. So from us, you guys get to take the decades of experience of myself and Levi, and we're going to literally teach you how to take over the lash world. So we're going to teach you how to create your own business plan. Has anyone here actually, you guys are all business owners. Has anybody made a business plan? Have you actually, this is funny because I don't think that was anything that I did until so far into my business, a couple years. Who here, have you created a business plan? I would love to know. Because that's something that is so important to go through. Whether you're just working as a lash pro now, but especially when you go and open up your own educator program, you need to have a business plan in place, right? We are going to do that with you. We're going to teach you how to create and launch or relaunch your educator or your training business. And we're going to give you a strategy and a timeline to do it. I want to teach you how to actually sell your course out before you even show up to this educator training. That's what's cool. Okay. We're going to go through that later. We're going to teach you website and SEO tips. We're going to teach you marketing advice. You are basically becoming the CEO of your company, and you're going to learn how to do everything. We're going to teach you public relations, effective and meaningful branding, growth tips, and how to grow your academy, and how to grow nationally and internationally if that's what you're looking to do. We're also going to teach you the legal considerations and everything that you need to go over there, and also how to copyright and trademark all of the information and the products that you create. That's really, really important, especially right now in the digital world with all the effort. So that alone is so much, and that is basically combined of Levi's decades in the industry and then mine as well, and we're bringing that all to you as well. So this isn't just teaching you how to be a lash educator, it's teaching you how to be a CEO. So that's not all of it. We're also going to throw in, you're going to get a table of contents that you need for your classic training. So if you're going to create your own manual for classic and you don't want to use Fixes, all good, then we'll give you a table of contents for classic, volume, mega volume, lash lift, and lash tipped. Okay, so even right now, if you're taking this and you just want to start with classic, you're going to get access to a table of contents to create your own manual for any and all courses that you want to create. You're going to get accreditation checklists for all of these courses as well, so that you know exactly what needs to be included in your course and exactly how to run a proper course. We're going to walk through with you how to do this, but you're also going to get the checklist. And then you're going to get instant unlimited access to all of the online modules and replays as well. There's going to be live Q&A educator support, access to the NALA, and there's a Fixe VIP support group as well. So you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to get invitations to all of our exclusive educator seminars, parties, and workshops. Levi loves to have parties and get-togethers. What you're going to get all of that when you sign up with the Fixe and NALA educator program. As an educator with us, you're going to get 40% off of all your starter kits. You're going to get access to the Fixe curriculum, the Fixe manuals. This is the kicker. Your students are going to get access to the Fixe online course. That's going to help you because it's going to help you to save a lot of time in class and then therefore raise your dollar per hour. And you can use our online course as a resource to accompany your in-person training. So your students come to the class ready to learn because they've already dove into all of the theory. They can go through health and safety, and then your class is where you go over it. You have our manuals to use as a resource too. So you're not doing what I did and so many other people where you're just spending time and time again trying to write a manual and getting frustrated. You guys are lash pros. You're not writers. You're not digital designers. And I wish that I would have had this resource when I started because I had so many tears, blood, and sweat just poured into creating the curriculum and the manual. Your students are going to get 15% off at the Fixe online store. You're going to have the option to be added to the Fixe educator directory. So this is huge. When you pass this program with us and you get your certificate with us, we are creating a Fixe educator directory on our website. So anybody in the world who is looking for an educator in your area is going to be able to find you on our website. Our website gets so much traffic every single day. We have aced the SEO game, we've aced the marketing game. So you're basically getting free marketing for your program if you are an educator listed on our directory. And then obviously in the Fixe way, you're going to get ongoing educator training and support. Okay. Okay. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get through it all. Who's still with me? Guys, are you guys still with me? If you're still with me, can you just type yes in the chat? Are you still here? Let me know. I think I have to go up here. Okay, let me know. Yes, are you still here? Okay, hey Terry, hey. Okay, hey Maria, hey Josie, hey Carrie, hey Judith. Okay, yes, you're still here. Okay, good. Bear with me till the end. I'm almost done. I'm getting to the price, I promise. Right now, before we get to the price, I want you to think right now, and I want you to type in the chat. Can you think of one person right now who wants to take their course with you? If you were to tell your clients, if you were to tell your friends, can y'all think of one person? Type yes in the chat if you can think of one person who would want to take this course if you became a teacher. So I want you to go back to this. Is this Susan right here? Actually, one of my best friends, she was a student of mine. Her name's Susie, and I always use her. But this one person right here that I'm thinking of over in the corner, this is Susie. That's one person. That's $1,000, okay? That's 2 days of work. That's one class. That's an extra $1,000 in your pocket just from signing up, okay? When I put it like that, that's basically making your investment that I'm about to share with you risk-free, because we're going to teach you how to fill your class before you even take the course. And when you look at how easy it is, one student, that's $1,000. Two students, two people. Who can think of two people? Do you know two people who would want to take the course? Or you know one person, then you can get friends to start asking, right? That's all it is, right? It's that simple. So when I put it like that, it's basically risk-free. So I told you at the beginning that I wasn't going to joke around. I was going to give you the price of $26,000, and I wanted you to tell me if you thought it was worth it. So don't tell me right now what your opinions are on the price, but I want you to type in the chat if you think that everything I just shared with you, if you think that what I showed you about what you can earn was worth it. I want you to type in the chat yes. Because right now, just looking at the $15,000 to $25,000 you can make when you're working 10 days a month, when you're looking at the hope that you can give, the dreams that you can give, the lives you can change, the days off that you can take from lashes and give your back a break, give your time a break, give your schedule a break, right? Is that worth it? So what we've done here is I want to share with you that we are offering this to you on this call. You guys are a part of the first group of people that we are bringing through. And I wanted to make this accessible for all of you. I wanted this to be an opportunity that you did not bypass. If you're sitting here on this call and you are so excited, this is what we are doing. So this is not what we're selling it for. That's just what we feel like we should have sold it for and what it is worth. We're gonna offer this for $5,000, or we have a payment plan, and the payment plan is $597 a month for 12 months. Okay. So before you go and before that even scares you, I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Let's break it down. If we're looking at $597 a month on this payment plan, how many students do you need to pay that off? One, right? One student, and you're still profiting from that, and you're able to pay off this course within a year. That's pretty incredible. Your investment's paid off. We're going to teach you how to book your course before you even attend the educator course on the 27th. So you're going to have 1, 2, or 3 students already ready and waiting, and you get to hit the ground running. You get to hit the ground running. It's like literally risk-free, right? Let's go back and look at this again. So we're talking about $597. If you break down the payment plan, $597 a month for 12 months. So we've got 5 students. If you teach one class a month, that's one weekend a month. That's an extra $5,000. Who here has 2 days a month that they would be willing to work to make $5,000? Like, who has that? Does anybody here have 2 extra days a month that they would carve out if they knew they would make this? Like, hello, right? It just makes it so simple when you look at it like this. And that's why the $597, when we broke it down into a payment plan, made sense. I was told not to do that. I know that there's issues with payment plans and with all that, but I really, really felt like doing it this way was a way that would open up the doors for all of you that wanted to do it. And it also wouldn't put the pressure. I didn't want anybody to go into debt to do this. I didn't want anybody to feel that, but I wanted you to feel that this is an investment. I wanted you to be all in. I wanted you to be committed to this, because this is only for people who are committed to everything that we are on a mission to do over at NALA and over at Fixe. So it's priced accordingly, but it's priced to make it accessible for you as well. Do I have a team member who can join? Okay, perfect. So Jen just dropped the link in the chat. We've got the link in the chat right now. If you are in and you're ready to go and you're like, okay, I'm in this, that's great. We are only taking 50 people right now. So we are only taking 50 people in this program. If you want to save money, you can do the $5,000 and pay up front if you want to do it that way, or you can do the payments of $597. 50 people, and we're capping this out. That's all we can take, and then we'll be shutting down the doors. This is going to go fast. Levi's sending out an email tonight as well to her people. So while you're thinking about this and before you go, I want to hear this from you. I want to talk to you about this. If you're sitting here and you're thinking, what about if I can't afford this? Okay. I want to switch your frame of thinking right now. That's how poor people think, and you're not a poor person. You are a person who is about to become wealthy, because I want to teach you how to say, what if I never had to say I can't afford it again? Okay? What if today was the last time that you ever had to say, what if I can't afford it? How would that feel, right? Switch your frame of thinking right now, right? So wealthy people think, what is this going to make for me when I invest in it? And poor people think, I can't afford it. You are not a poor person. You are a business owner, you are a CEO, and you are a person who understands the value in investing in yourself. And there's no more asking if you can afford it or not, right? Instead, you ask, what is it going to cost me if I don't do this? I'm going to teach you how to say right now how you will never need to say, I cannot afford it again, okay? The difference between I can't afford it and I can figure out is everything. That's what it is. So if you can figure it out right now, I want you to type, I can figure it out. If you want something bad enough, you can figure it out, right? Sometimes there's voices in our head. You're like, well, I didn't really want it, or I'm not quite sure. Check on those, right? Because they might just be excuses that we're making. We wanted this to be accessible, and this is a number that I know is accessible because we know that you can figure it out. Everything is absolutely figure outable, right? If it means enough to you, you can totally figure it out. And I am speaking directly to the people that this means enough to, the people who are ready to make that revolution, the people who are ready to make a change, right? Say it with me out loud. This is like crazy. You're probably sitting in your room by yourself, or like hiding from your kids in like the bathroom or the closet. Just say it out loud. I can figure this out. You're a CEO. Let's go from Lash Pro to CEO right now, okay? Who in your life right now needs you to step up? What are you going to do? We talked a lot about the money in the beginning and what you were going to do and what changes you were going to make. You envisioned what it felt like to hold that check in your hand and what you would do with it. Go there. Let yourself go there right now, right? Who needs you to step up right now, right? Do you have someone? If you have someone right now in your life that needs you to step up, for me, it was my kids. And then it became the people around me, and then it became you guys, and then it became people in Guatemala, and it became other women. It became women who didn't have choices, women who were in relationships where they were stuck, women who needed to get out of those, women who obviously drive my soul. That became who needed me to step up and who needs me to step up every single day. Who needs you to step up right now? And maybe it's just you, right? And what's going to change in your life when you do step up? I would love to see if you type in the chat what's going to change. I love how Jewel just said, yes, I'm in the bathroom hiding from the kid currently. I totally know that. I feel like as moms, we all spend so much more time hiding in the bathroom than you ever thought you would do. You're like, is this what I signed up for? Like, this is not what I thought motherhood was going to be. It's like, it's the only room in the house with the lock, right? Jennifer, I'm in. I need myself to step up. 100%. You step up for yourself first before you step up for other people, right? Do you feel like you need to ask someone's permission? So maybe you know that you can afford it, but maybe you're sitting here thinking, maybe I'm just I might do this, but I'm going to go ask my husband first. Thing that I need you to know is I've learned this in my relationship. My boyfriend doesn't ask me permission for what he's going to do. Our partnership is based off of trusting each other to make the best decisions and investments for ourselves, and then supporting each other with that. So if this is in your gut right now, step up and empower yourself to make a decision that you know that you can make. And you know that you're trustworthy of doing that, right? You don't need validation for decisions that you're 100% committed to. Obviously, if it's a situation where it's going to impact you guys on a level where, you know, financially you have to have that conversation, definitely. But I want you to know right now that you need to grant yourself permission to make changes without validating it. As women, so often we go and we seek validation from other people regarding our decisions. Okay? You don't have to do that. I'm empowering you right now. The difference between broke people and rich people, poor people ask the wrong questions. So they ask, how much does it cost? And rich people ask, how much am I going to make? Right? How much are you going to make? How much is it? How much are you going to make? How much do you need to make? Do you need an extra $1,000? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, let's drop that link one more time. If you guys want to sign up, go ahead and check out that link. I am so excited. Jen, can you, I'm just going to get a text message to see how many, oh, Maria says, Jesse dropping the healthy boundary and respect lines. Oh, it's hard. I always feel like I want to throw like some triggers out, but I just know, I know what it felt like to always feel like I had to ask permission. And I definitely know that you do. And there's a respect thing, but I also know that in a true, now that I'm in a relationship where we have so much respect for each other, we don't ask, we just trust and we just know. And the beautiful thing is we both trust ourselves too, right? So I want you to know that. Go ahead and sign up. We're going to be closing this out at 50 people. We're launching this officially tomorrow globally. So Levi is going to be emailing her entire list. I just wanted you guys to be the first to know before we did this. I want you to know, let's see here. You have two choices, right? We talked about that in the beginning. We talked about the choices, the same feeling that you had before you signed up to become a Lash Pro. You can continue to do what you've always done, and you can continue to get what you've always got. Or you can make a new choice today to go to the top. We need more people at the top. I am so hungry. I am so desperate for the conversations to change up here at the top of this industry. I need more people beside me, and I'm ready to take all of you with me. This has been, like I've shown you, this has been the most exciting journey I have ever had in my entire life. And I truly want nothing more than for you to experience this with me. Man, it's fun. It's incredible. And you deserve to be here. You totally do. You deserve everything that you imagine when you think about what you're going to spend that money on, where you want that money to go. And this is your exclusive invitation before anybody else hears about it to go to the top with me. And before we announce it to the world, I want you to be a part of this. And I know you want to be a part of this, right? This is time for your revolution. Whatever it is that your revolution is going to look like, whatever it is that you need, this is it. This can be it. This is your vehicle. This is your vehicle to go after whatever it is that you want to do, the changes that you want to make, the charities that you're passionate about. Do you know how, like, think about how good that's going to feel to hand over a check. Go buy a Louis and give it away, for goodness sake, when you get to the point where you can do that. It feels good. You deserve to feel that good. And you deserve to give back to whatever it is that you want to give back to. But more importantly, even more importantly than that, you don't have to give your money away. You deserve to earn money to make yourself feel empowered and confident and to give yourself everything you've ever wanted in this world, right? As women, sometimes we feel like we can justify talking about money because we give it away. You don't have to give it away. You deserve everything beautiful that you've ever wanted. And it starts with this. And this is the way that we've seen incredible incomes come into the hands of women. And I'm ready for you to step up and join us. So next stop is the top. I am so excited for you to join us. Again, thank you for being here. Who's in? If you guys are in, can someone just, hey, who signed up? Who's in so far? If you have joined and if you have signed up, just type I'm in the chat, okay? I want to hear who's in. I want to hear who has signed up. I want to hear who's ready to come in and meet Levi and I and just lock arms. This is going to be so much fun. I'm in. I'm so excited. I'm in. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is amazing. Amazing. So exciting. Okay. All right. Okay. The link's in the comments. I love you guys all so much. Let's start this revolution. It's time for your own as well. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Next stop is the top. You guys have an amazing night. Thank you so much for being here.
Attention! Hey boy. Okay. You on level then shoot. I'm getting tired. 똑같은 질투. 더 높이 올라와. 공기도 달라. So high. I don't feel you. You talking to just yeah, I kill it. Mean I spit like a villain. Ratata, ay. It's getting more. 너무 매력 없는 너. Hey boy. Okay. You on level then shoot. I'm getting tired. 똑같은 질투.